So we decided to take a chance and come up this valley today, but it is completely socked in. And looking in that direction, the direction we're going, it's not getting any better. So we're gonna have to turn around and come up with a different game plan. We don't want a repeat of yesterday. We were completely soaked. And then when the sun did come out, we just didn't feel like going out because we were soaked and cold and wanted to dry up. So we're gonna turn around and go pick a different valley to go up. It's too bad because this valley here is pretty nice to cruise down compared to some places we've been this year. It's like not grown in and stuff like that. So it's usually a nice place, but that doesn't look so pretty back there. So while we were contemplating on where to go, because we decided not to go down this valley, the rain all of a sudden stopped, and then the clouds and rain that were up the valley just kind of started to disappear, and the sky opened up and the sun came out. So we decided to carry on. This is really a beautiful valley. There's lots to see. The mountains are the type of mountains that they're steep and rocky, and they look really pretty with the snow on it. But not only that, there's actually pretty good visibility for hunting down this valley. I really do enjoy coming down this valley.
How's that?
Awesome. It's good. So today is a gorgeous day out compared to the past few days. Been socked in with rain. Up that valley there yesterday, and the weather up there was pretty temperamental. Couldn't make up his mind. I got a little ways in and started the rain. It looked pretty ominous down the other side of the valley. Looked like I was heading our way, but as we were contemplating on what we were going to do, it started to clear up, so we carried on. We ended up going about 30 kilometers back, and just as we got to the back, turned around, we saw the weather starting to come in again, so it was kind of like a mad dash to get out. So we did end up rained on a little bit, but not like the other day. So hopefully today we'll be able to see something in this block coming out into the sun. We'll see what the day brings. So the valley we're in today is the coldest yet in this trip, and it always seems to be the coldest valley in the area. And I think that's because the mountains are so steep. It takes a while for the sun to get in, so all the cold air is trapped from the night, right? And I think the direction of the valley is actually heading is a big factor as well. It's always so cold back here. We got two cow moose about 150 meters out. One looks to be pretty old, and the other one's quite a bit younger. We're looking for Mr. Bull. Good to see the cows though. It's kind of driving past this couple out on the logs, and one caught my eye, so I had to stop and check them out. See if there's a bull around, and it doesn't look like there's a bull. Well, it's not that evident anywhere. There might be a bull around, but he's not in plain sight. So I guess we'll just keep carrying on. Okay, so last morning of the hunt. Had a pretty good trip so far. Seen a couple wolves in this block there 2 days ago. Kind of nice to see. But they're like ninjas, right? Once you see them, they're gone. They don't stick around long. And I hear a bunch of ravens and stuff, birds squawking in the bush behind me. So I'm thinking they may have a kill down. Usually the birds squawking like that and signs of wolves around the area means something's down. But it's kind of a good sign too, because the wolves wouldn't be here if the game wasn't here. So kind of like two different types of hunters. Probably have to see what comes out. Chances are the game's gonna be hunkered down a bit, so be the off chance we'll see an animal. We only got a few hours left. Pretty slow morning this morning. Been hanging out in this club block for a few hours now. It's been pretty quiet. Got a little bit of breeze, slightly overcast, temperature's nice. It's actually pretty relaxing. One thing I noticed about this newer style cut block, they leave a lot of trees up. Like it's not completely clear cut like back in the old days. And I suspect they do that for regeneration. Like it won't take long for this block to come back and fill back in. There's still a lot of timber standing. A lot of the young stuff. And I suspect in about 10 years you won't even be able to get back here. As opposed to the old blocks that take much longer. It's a really nice day though. Okay, so we're in the midst of breaking camp. Lots to do. Got most of the stuff packed up. Well, I'm just leaving our sleeping bags and change of clothes. Get all the dishes cleaned up. Get the cabin cleaned up and ready for next time we're here. Surprise, I'm back at the cabin. So I got back from my trip in BC and soon realized once I was editing for this second episode that the footage I'd captured for the outro for that episode, something happened. It didn't get recorded or got lost or something. Anyway, rather than leaving the episode like that, I decided to come out to the cabin and give kind of an outro to that episode. And kind of a rundown on the trip as a whole. So it was an excellent trip out at the off-grid cabin in the Rocky Mountains. We've been doing that trip for a number of years. Actually, my dad and his crew, they built that cabin back in 1996. So it's 28 years old, that cabin, still in really good shape. We make sure to go out there at least once a year, if not twice, just to for the annual moose hunting trip, and then sometimes in the spring we go up and just do a quick cleanup and give it a check, and we'll camp out for a couple days and just enjoy the cabin in the springtime and kind of prep for the upcoming fall. But overall, an excellent trip. I always like going up those valleys on the quads. Like I mentioned in an earlier part of this video, that one valley is always so cold. And it's, like I said, I think it's because the mountains are so steep there. It takes till probably 12:30, 1 o'clock before the sun hits the bottom. And it takes a while to heat up, especially that time of year in October. Now, they did get a bunch of snow on the mountains the whole time we were there. There was snow on the mountains, and that first little bit with all that rain, it definitely snowed on the mountains. The snow line came down quite a ways. Now, we didn't see a lot in terms of animals. Saw those 2 cow moose, a couple wolves, and we saw some deer and spots that we couldn't harvest them. So, but nothing we could harvest. So it was unsuccessful that way. But it's always a success to go to that cabin and hang out for 10 days and enjoy that beautiful province. There's so much to see. Like I said, the different valleys have different characteristics. So it's like you're going to a different part of the province every valley you go up. Anyway, I'm back at the cabin now. It's definitely fall. The temperature's nice and cold. There's no leaves on the trees and there's no bugs. So I'm looking forward to come out and doing my first overnight here coming up in the next couple days. Get the cabin ready and ready for winter. One thing I still have to do on the cabinet is figure out a way to insulate that chimney. I've got a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it. Just got to get around to doing it, and that'll be coming up here shortly. Anyway, with that said, if you made it with me this far, I thank you, and we'll talk to you later.